shiny Nova, shiny. Big scoop. What are you doing? Where are you going with all them bottles?
I'm gathering them.
You're gathering bottles? For what?
To go testing.
To go testing, but my car doesn't have nitrous.
That won't be alright, then.
It did. So, last minute decision. We get contacted by Tricky Dick, El Vaquerito, 660 Street. 660 Street. Richard said it's time. The next race is going down this weekend, which is in like 3 days. So, 16 cars.
28's.
Yeah, anybody that was in the last race gets first dibs on a spot.
That was me.
And that was you?
Not you, sorry.
No, not me. And it's 28's. So I don't know if that's from.
Not you either.
No, that's not me. I don't know if that's from now on or if that's just for this one, but he definitely said 28's only. And your car wasn't on a 28.
No.
It's,
But it is now.
it's been on a 28
Yeah.
before, but not really with nitrous on the street.
No.
In the last 3 or 4 races that you've been in, they've all allowed 29, so that's what was on the car. So we had to make the switch to 28s on her car, which means, and we had to do it quick because the race is in a few days, which means we had to change gear. We had to change, tire.
That's the first one.
Yeah, tire, gear,
Ride height,
converter stuff, ride height, shocks.
Because, the shocks for the 29s don't fit on the 28 because they hit the ground.
We had to put lighter springs on the front.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't know.
I mean, that's enough, I guess. That's plenty. So we had to change everything. And we didn't really have time to film all of it, so we just got it done. So we just didn't film any of it.
Oh, come on!
So now you just have to trust us on what all we changed. So we're gonna go out, we're gonna make some shakedown hits, see if this thing will go down, see if it'll move, see if it'll run worth a damn, see if we need to change a whole bunch more.
See if it'll smoke the tire like you.
What happened was somebody probably saw the first attempt we made and all the smoke from my smoke the tires. They probably said that thing's on fire. Gotta be on fire. Fuck. The same guy's tuning it, so probably will. I smoked the tire the first time, okay? After that, it was just bouncing. Totally different.
Yeah.
All right, so what else? That's it?
You have to gather your tools up.
I do have to get some tools, but that means we have tonight, tomorrow night, and then Friday night, and just in case we need to, make some final test hits, and the race is Saturday. All right.
It's going to drop like 40 degrees between now and
Yes, and that's the other thing. It's going to drop extremely cold this weekend. So,
It's good for nitrous, guys.
yep. But the last time he did this race, we were there, and the first round was on bare concrete. But then after that, it had rubber down. So the next spot they finished at had plenty of rubber down. So
We were prepared for bare everything, so when we went to the spot that had rubber, we were like, shit.
yeah, but this time we're going to try and be prepared for because if we can get lucky and get through first round, then if we're fast on rubber, we may have a chance. Because he's going to go to a bare spot first round, and then he'll go somewhere at rubber. So we're going to test backwards. We're going to test good spots, and then at the end, we'll test somewhere else, somewhere shittier. So let's see what happens. Ready? Break! You need help carrying those?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I can carry one of them.
I'm good.
Okay.
I got 6 more to carry.
Okay, well then just let me know text me when you get them loaded up and I'll come out. Just kidding. Nothing but the good stuff. There we go. Done. Fucking A. All right.
This is the funnest night ever.
That was nice off the trailer. Just changed the whole back of the car, rear gear, converter shit, nitrous controller stuff. Like, man. And that's on the 28. I'm happy. If nobody shows up here in the next 20 or 30 minutes, we'll try and make another one. If it goes good on the next one, then we'll be ready to go hit some less than desirable roads. Windy as hell out here tonight. Apologize for the terrible wind audio. We're getting better at this off the trailer shit because we only make one hit a fucking night sometimes. A success. Well, that looked good. Yeah, it looked like it was pulling pretty good out the back door. It may have been a little lazy early, but man, it looked good going at the back. Everything good?
Well, I was kind of nervous because the pan bag was like 9.
Was high?
9.
Oh, 9, yeah. I could see it was a little hot right at the end of first gear because the car was going good, and then all of a sudden it it kind of did this, and then it shifted though, and you drove out of it, and I was like, hey, there you go. It looked good. Nice job. Well, let's see what we can do. That's what we got right here. Time to go hit some other roads. You're getting pretty confident behind the wheel. I know what you're doing, but it's cool to see it. It's cool to see you push it.
It's hard to have a lot of traction up here with all the organs and blood.
From all the dead roadkill.
There's a fly ball.
Nature's fury, when man and beast collide on the back roads and byways of America. Roadkill, caught on tape.
We went testing. We went out the first night, made one hit, noticed a few things, decided to call it a night, go back to the shop, make a few small changes. Then went out the second night, made 2 hits, and it did better, but still there's a few things that I believe we need to, or we can change, or we need to change, or whatever. So looking at the data here, so this is the off the trailer pass from the second night. And obviously red's RPM, green's drive shaft, yellow is G meter. It looks pretty good, especially for, you know, one of the first passes on 28's. This is the finish line here, this white line. This is 330 foot, this is 60 foot. So you can see she let off early, and it's just the way that road is down there. It's really deceiving, and it's kind of downhill at the finish line. So, but we're not going for ET here. We're just testing. We're really worried more about the front half. So what I'm seeing and what I'm not liking is it's happy here when it's on the rubber, which everything will be happy there. But then once it starts to get off the rubber, it's got some wheel speed, and you can see the G meter's still semi-flat, but it's got a little couple of humps in it, and you can see the drive shaft just kind of, it's getting worse. It's got this oscillation that it just starts to spin hook, then spins way up. Luckily, the gear change happens right here, so it ends up pulling out of it. It still has a little bit of an oscillation through here, but then, of course, just like everything else, once you're out here, you know, it's going to get better as you go. And so, of course, it gets better. Drive shaft smooths out, G meter smooths out, and then it shifts to the third, and you can see there's something going on. There's, you know, it started back here. So that's another reason why in tuning you always want to look previous, because everything starts, especially on a bi-sply or a slick tire, everything starts before. So like if you have an issue out here, don't change things out here, look for back here. So as you can see, it looks fine until the gear change, and then it actually starts to look like it's going to get fast, but the G meter's kind of weird now, and the drive shaft is kind of weird now, and the shocks are really acting goofy. So the front end's starting to come down. This is the front shock, this is extension, then this is starting to come back down. And this right here, I believe, is just a bump in the road because it's in every one of her data logs. But before that and after that, you know, it's still, I don't really like this. So, and I don't like how long it's pinned down for. So when she lets off the button, it compresses. Let's see. It was at 3.1, compressed to 2.4. So it compresses, compressed to 2.4. It was at 3.1. So it compressed about what we normally would like to see, which is 600 or 700 thousandths. It compressed pretty fast before a half second, but it's, you know, there's a lot of rubber on that road. So even if you're off the trailer, it's still pretty decent. So, but then it doesn't climb back towards ride height at all. It just stays down. If you're on a track and you have a pretty aggressive 4-link, or what I call aggressive, where it's got a pretty decent front spread and everything, it will stay down. It doesn't want to climb back at the ride height. But on a street, when there's not much rubber out here, like, we're wanting it to start to come back up, because the faster you let it up, the faster it'll go, if it can. If there's no traction, then it won't. Once it gets close to ride height, it'll spin the tires. But I just don't like this gnarly oscillation, and I also don't like how it's in the drive shaft as well. You know, and we may not be able to get it out of it, especially on 28's. I don't know, but I'd like to try. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to try and keep this so the front stays up till 3.5 seconds, and then it starts to drop down. at 3.5 seconds, we really don't have a whole lot more power we can put in there without changing jet. So we can add timing, and it'll make a little more power. We can add RPM, which will make a little more power, but we can't add either one if front's coming down already. So we'd have to add it back here, which is where the drive shaft is not really happy. So what I basically, without turning this into a tuning and data video, I want the front end to stay up longer so that we can add more power here, and it ride through the shift, and it ride through everything, and we don't have to shift it so early. Maybe we can run it out a little bit. So I want the front end to stay up longer. I want the back of the car to try to come back up to ride height. So what I'm gonna do here is, normally I would increase the front spread to keep it pinned down longer, to keep the front end up longer, whatever. But in this case, I feel like we need it to go faster here in order to be able to get it what we want out there. So I'm gonna raise the front of the car a little bit. I'm going to drop the top front of the top 4-link bar. I'm gonna drop it down 1 hole, and then I'm hoping what that's gonna do is it's gonna take away a little bit of this, because it seems like it's just pinned down and it can't climb out of it. So I'm gonna give it a little bit more chance to, by dropping the top 4-link, to pull, you know what I mean, to try and bring the car, to try and let it ride back up, and then raise the back of the car just a little bit to give the bottom bar angle, so it'll try and drive back up. That's what I'm gonna try. On 28's, you know, it may be completely backwards, I don't know, but that's what I wanna try. And hopefully, if we do that, what I'm really shooting for is to be able to get through this area and this area faster. Obviously, I can add power here. Like if we just went back out and added power in the first 1/2 second to 3/4 of a second, all this is gonna smooth out anyway, because you're going faster when you get to these points in the road. But in eliminations at some race that we don't know what road we're gonna be at, and we don't, you know, first round's usually on a bare road, we're not gonna be able to add power here. We're actually probably gonna be taking power away here. So this is gonna get worse. So we gotta try and fix this before we go. So I'm gonna make a 4-link change. We gotta change the oil. We gotta do a few little things. We did get some new nitrous bottles. So we're gonna fill those, and what else? Oh yeah, and to try and get that front to stay up maybe a little longer, we're gonna maybe put a little bit of weight in the back of the car. Normally that's completely against everything I do. It's completely against my religion, but we may try and stack a little weight in the back of the car, just because with the added bar angle and stuff, I don't want it to try and separate, because then it'll get out here and it won't have any leverage, and it'll just, you can't add any power then.
Oh, would you look at this?
Yeah.
So, we are going to use our Friday. So, like we said, if we need to Friday, we'll make a last minute hit. We're going to do it. It is fucking cold. It's so cold. We're going to do it. We're going to make our last minute hits on Friday. Also, Cody Knight and Wagner are coming up with Brick Tamlin, the Vega.
Who's that?
It's a friend of ours with a Vega, a very cool.
No, I'm saying who's Brick?
Brick Tamlin? I don't know.
Oh.
No, I do know Brick Tamlin.
Oh.
I'm weatherman Brick Tamlin, and I like butter. Butter is nutritious, and it tastes great. Butter!
Okay.
Brick Tamlin is the dumb guy from Anchorman. You guys,
Never seen it.
I don't even. Yeah. Anyway, never seen it. Probably came out before you were born. So they're coming up. They have the Vega,
Great.
real pretty son of a bitch too. I mean,
He's a looker.
something real nice. So they're coming up with the Vega. They just put 28's on it yesterday. Yeah, they are entered in the race, and
Great.
they weren't able to get any testing done yesterday in their home, West Texas, I think, somewhere out in Texas where they eat people.
I don't think they live in West Texas.
Big Sprang.
I think they're in South Texas.
I don't think they're in South Texas.
I don't fucking know.
Big Sprang. I'm telling you, they're out there. Where
That's not out where they live, because I think they have a small population.
Big Spring.
It's not Small Spring, Big
I
Spring.
don't know. The stories I've heard of that place, it's a lot like Wheatland, where we are.
Though,
So,
at least they'll be right at home.
yes. So they're coming up. We're going to help them test. They need to make a few hits on the way to the race tomorrow. And I told them, yeah, come ride with us. You know what I mean? We, after last night, we decided to probably put the 4-link back the way it was and just work on ride height and shock changes tonight. So hopefully our goal for tonight is, well, A, help them if anything they need and make sure they get some hits in on this car. Because we may have just put 28's on 2 days ago. They did it yesterday.
Yeah.
So, and then hopefully by the end of the night tonight, we will be,
Not all over the place.
well, that helps. But hopefully also we will be out of the rubber on the Bear and make sure it goes on Bear. If it'll go on Bear, that'll be about I feel like we can help ourselves more by just making it go and not be all over the place, and then make it go down Bear, and then, we'll put something in it for the first round, and hopefully we get lucky first round. And then, because if we get lucky first round and we go somewhere with some rubber, we'll be in good shape. You're so cold, the phone, you're shaking.
Yeah. If
That's how cold it is.
people are wondering, it's me shivering.
That's how cold it is. So
Shiver me timbers
I
in
was
here.
in a t-shirt 2 days ago yesterday. Like it's
There's a 40-degree
massive difference.
temperature change out of nowhere.
So that's the plan.
I'm sure these carburetors are going to be real happy.
Oh, yeah. I'm worried about a lot of things because the water grains were 80 or 90 the other day, and then they were 60 yesterday, and then they're 30 now.
They're just going lower and lower.
Yeah. Before you know it, we may send those carburetors into orbit and not have to worry about them.
Stop.
What?
You better go find them.
Nitrous got problems.
Those are expensive carburetors. We don't just leave those out in orbit.
So they're gonna be here. They're still driving, but they're gonna be here pretty quick. So we gotta stop and get ice on the way, and then I'd like to be good tonight. I like to be going, just get out there, get to work, get some testing in, haul ass, and then go win the race tomorrow, or at least be in the finals with Brick. The guy's name is Wagner. I've never met him, but if Cody says he's good with us.
Yeah.
Anything else that we gotta do?
No. Maybe wipe that car down.
Yeah, we should really wipe all the cat prints off of it. What happened?
I locked the cat in here on
What?
accident. I locked the cat in here on
Which
accident.
cat?
Baby cat. The craziest one.
You locked her in the trailer? Why?
Well, it was an accident. I didn't know she was in here. And I shut the door, and then I was walking by like an hour and a half later, and I heard her fucking meow. At the back door, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was looking all under it, and then my brain was like, oh my god, she's in it. So I opened the door, and she came flying out, almost ripped my face off, and she was like, fuck you, Jackie.
She was nuts.
Yeah, look at my freaking car.
Holy moly. Okay.
She was slipping and sliding all up and down that hill.
Let's go get ready to meet Brick Tamlin. God damn, that motherfucker's fast. We're just loitering. Hello. Oh, that's somebody. Hey, howdy. Howdy. What's happening? Hey, if you can, whenever you move, just don't pull off the grass and drive up. You know, just go backwards or whatever. Put us on at these races. Before we go over and test on the bumpy concrete, we're gonna go right through the middle. We're gonna try and test on the same road here because it's still a decent road, but we'll go out of all this rubber and I'll put it right in between both black marks, hopefully, and we'll see what happens. We turned it down, you know, quite a bit, I guess. Not really too much, but it might just smoke the tires as cold as it is. Water grains are only 30, so who fucking knows, but we gotta give it a shot. How the fuck does that work?
Oh shit.
I got out and I was like, where's my parachute?
What the fuck?
It's easy to repack now.
Hey, gotta look at the bright side.
Always.
Man, your crew chief sucks.
You suck.